Welcome to SRPG Plus. It's your guy Kappa Kai. Just wanted to do another SRPG showcase about the newest addition to the SRPG family, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm very, very happy with this release, and I can't believe that I didn't unbox the Season of Warfare edition that I got, but I guess I could do like a just showing what's in the box later on. But yeah, that was a really good collector's edition. And you know this channel is all about unboxing and stuff for Switch games. This game is literally everything that I've wanted Fire Emblem to like improve on all in one. Like, the way they really fleshed out the leveling system was insane. Like, you don't even need to keep using seals to go back between classes or to level back up from level 1 again. Like, it's so user friendly, but it's also so like veteran and seasoned SRPG player friendly with the mechanics they have. And why don't we start with the setting? Because the monastery is a very, very cool addition to the Fire Emblem universe. The last time we were able to run around like that, like free run around, is Fire Emblem Echoes of an Elusive Age. Yeah, that's the one with Ulm and Celica, and it's, yeah, that was fun. It was very limited though, and in Three Houses it's very vast and very open. It's not like open world or anything, but it definitely is a very big size map that really adds to the other aspects of Fire Emblem, which in every release are always good, like the battles and mechanics like that. But the monastery, like, you can go around as the teacher, Violet, and learn from other professors in the first arc of the game. And then you can also teach your students and have them excel in specific attributes of the Fire Emblem, like weapon triangles. And there's new weapons added, like they added the Brawler class with the knuckles and fist weapons. So that's pretty cool. It's like we got a monk class like in Shining Force or in Final Fantasy Tactics, so that's really cool. Like a monk fighter, not the regular monk we have as like priests and stuff. But Fire Emblem Three Houses is such a big game, and it doesn't disappoint ever. Like, the side quests are impactful and have meaning and have good rewards for actually doing them on time. The main story is so enthralling that you just keep wanting to play chapters, like just keep playing and not set the game down, but responsibilities call and you'll be back. And I'm just so like shocked that an SRPG of this caliber is on the Switch now. Yes, I've been enjoying the Disgaea series heavy on the Switch, and I picked up a few other titles like Into the Breach, which is like a roguelike SRPG, which was really cool. I should do a video about that sometime. But Fire Emblem is just a whole nother tier, and especially because this was a console release, which we haven't seen since Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. It's really incredible. Like, I'm blown away. Like, some people may have issues with some of the performance of the actual game. As a Fire Emblem fan who's used to playing it on Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS, sometimes GameCube and Wii, it still looks more amazing than all those other games, so sorry. And also, I play with the battle animations off for majority of my playthroughs. Every single new Fire Emblem, I have the battles on, see what everything looks like, every move, then I turn them off because I'm not going to see anything I haven't seen like before. So in this game, those same animations, like, and when it's just turned off and you're just watching the units fight on the field, still looks fire. And it doesn't really slow down the game, so maybe that's what people should do if they're complaining about the performances. Turn down the battle animations or turn it to only like specific things, because you can't customize that. Yeah, the whole game is pretty customizable. Your characters can go into many different paths, and then it may seem like they can't even do other things. Like Felix, it seems like he only really excels at a sword, but he has a budding talent for magic, reason. So the game is very vast in that aspect, and the monastery is literally the home of every aspect of all those leveling mechanics and everything I just described. And let's go into the battle. So in typical Fire Emblems, you have your skills and you have your battles. You're just your regular battle weapons and your crits from your like skill, or in this game dex. But in this game you have not only your abilities, which in some you get like person specific abilities, and then like also class, which this game has, but there's also the crest, and then also there's combat arts and battalions, which give you gambits. There's so many different ways to attack, heal. You can even get a battalion to dance again. I was blown away. It's like I could have 2 dancers on the field, like it's Nils and his sister. Like, are you serious? And you had to pick one. So the battles are so sick. And then with the addition of those like hero relic weapons, with the crest weapons essentially, and especially if you equip them to the right user who bears either that minor or major crest, those weapons are so sick. Like Dimitri with his main weapon throughout the second part of the game, I'll just leave it there. He was just rolling through people. And it's so sick how you can just grab other units from other classes. Like, you can just be like, oh, I really hear online that Lysithea is a really good mage and really good burst damage. Like, let me grab her then. Go talk to her, go invite her to tea, go give her her lost items, go take her as an adjutant, which is like, you already have your 10 to like 12 people you have in a battle, and then you can bring 1 to 2 to 3 more, or maybe even more. I haven't unlocked everything. And you can bring on an additional person, kind of like to pair them, like an awakening. You could pair them, and they gain support and all this stuff. But you can do this for people who aren't even on your class and are just mission assistants. And then after all this, you can recruit them to permanently join. So then, when it comes to battling, like, you can have your team exactly how you want it. Yeah, there's like 6 people that are unrecruitable from the houses, like the main 3, and then their main person. So like Dimitri, Edlegard, and Claue, you cannot recruit them from another house. And then their right-hand mans, or females, or women, which are Dimitri, I'm dead. No, it's Dedu. so many names sound the same. So it's Dedu, Hubert, and Hilda. Yeah, and so you can recruit them. I heard that you can recruit them in certain points, but maybe that's in New Game Plus. I don't know. Still struggling on the final boss of Dimitri on hard. Oh, well, on the weekend I'll probably like crank it out and beat it. I just haven't had the energy to spend like an hour in a battle, cause I don't know. I don't try to make my teams OP. I just try to make them how I want them to be, you know. So yeah, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. The setting with the monastery, the new additions to combat, just the ability to recruit practically every playable unit in the game with the school system is insane. Like before, if there was a game with split paths, you would only get certain characters and maybe you'd get some later on in the game, but not all of them. This is insane. I'm just so like happy with this release. I've sank so many hours into this game. Like I've started every house. I know there's an additional path for one of the houses. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how in depth this game is. I'm already like 150 hours in, and I still haven't beat it because I've started so many other playthroughs, just to all grind them to one spot. You know, like I have 2 playthroughs in part 2, and then 1 still in part 1. So I've been putting my time in and learning all these characters, and I think I will do a more in-depth look at each characters of the houses, but I can definitely talk about some of my favorites still. Lysithea is one of the best mages. She reminds me of Ewan, and who was a beast. I made him a summoner, bro. My summon just wrecked things. Everybody was like, nah, just make him a say. Nah, summoner. So Lysithea is just like she has 2 crests, and she fucking bursts, and she has like one of her crest abilities does the same thing as like Felix's sword ability, where they do like basically like 5 additional damage to whatever damage they just did, and that still applies to the crit too, which is insane. And she can literally like one-shot the Death Knight with dark spikes or death spikes or whatever. It's crazy. Like she just shouldn't be able to do all that, and she's super slow in most of my playthroughs. In one of them, she's fast, but it was hard to get her to be fast. Like, she's a really slow base stats. And then another favorite of mine, I'd say, is Dedue. He's such a good tank unit off the bat with his passive ability, where he gains like 4 defense from just not attacking that turn or not using an item or something. So that's always good. And he has a really good backstory with him, Felix, and Dimitri. Felix is also one of my favorites. In every single Fire Emblem game, I love the Swordmaster class. I find it a very useful class that you get. Like, the Asher ability, like, what? Hit 5 times and I can crit, possibly? But in this game, it seems like it gives you 0 crit chance during that. But I can still activate my crest abilities and other abilities. Bruh. It's crazy. And and the blacksmith is amazing. It's like, it's hard to even talk about everything in this game because there's so much. There's so many other aspects. Like, there's fishing, which is pretty in-depth for a Fire Emblem game. Like, you actually are 3D model fishing. There's like 4 tiers of fish you can get, and then you can sell them for a lot of gold. Use them in recipes to make really good food that increases your stats for the next battle. And then there's also the chorus practice. Like, you can go sing in a choir to increase your faith, which is your like white magic ability. So give everybody like heal if their class can use magic, increase Bylist magic, and increase your professor level, which makes it easier to teach people and learn from people during your just free time. There's also an amiibo garden. I've had a sealed amiibo, but once I saw an amiibo related thing in this Fire Emblem game, which I was so hyped for, I just cracked it open and I was like, let's see what it is. And you get items. You get a ton of items like potions, concoctions, door keys, and then random rare drops of like materials for weapons for smithing, like venom steel, arcane crystal, like stuff to make like the venom fang like sword, or like the Levin sword, and then upgrade it, those materials. Yeah, I'm just so happy that they delayed it. Actually, like, there's a lot of like, oh, delay a game and it could be a good game. Like, no, this really happened with this game, because I see why it was delayed, because they went insane. Well, it was good to catch up with you guys about another SRPG. Kappa Kai. Peace.
Yes, good.
As expected.
I must stay focused. I must keep...
I'm gonna kill you where you stand!
That won't do it all.
What's a renown?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.